Ladies and gentlemen, live from Detroit, it's Tim Meadows.
Tim, we want to thank you so much. When I said that this was something for you and this was something for Detroit and something that would just celebrate how we work together in Detroit, and this was all through email, Tim just sent back, I said, would you possibly, you know when you ask somebody and you don't know them, you go overboard, you send like 92 paragraphs of like, this is why, this is what the money will raise, and this is who Judge Keith is, this is his legacy. I'm trying every guilt thing I can, you know, you're from Detroit, if there's any possible way. And he sends me back a note, sure. I said, if I had known there was one word answer, I wouldn't have spent all that time. But tell us a little bit about how you grew up here and you know, what was your sort of experience?
When I was growing up, it was, we moved into a neighborhood that was already sort of mixed. And so we were like one of the first black families to move into that area. And, you know, it was a culture shock for me because it was really like, oh wow, you guys, I'm gonna be seeing these guys every day, you know? And so, but then the thing was that as as I grew and got older, and you still had the same friends all through elementary and junior high and high school, I remained friends with those guys, with everybody. I mean, with people that I grew up with. So.
When you are on Saturday Night Live, and there's, you know, obviously everybody plays a role, and there seems to have been, between you and Eddie Murphy and different guys who have been on, there's like, well, there's the black guy or the two black guys, so yeah. If we have to have somebody play a role. How does that dynamic play? Was it ever tense? Was there ever resistance, like, you know, well, why do I have to play Obama, you know, or anything like that?
Well, when I was there was, you know, including Chris Rock, who really did, you know, he was there before I got there for a few shows, and he really did sort of give me some good advice to follow on the show, which was, I don't mind playing a waiter or you know, some kind of subservient role, as long as in that same show I play a doctor or a professional person or a husband or something normal. And I know, coming from a man who did Ladies Man as his most popular character.
Is that your most popular character? People started clapping the minute it came on the screen.
Yeah, that's the one that's the most popular.
Was that based on someone from Detroit or anything?
Yes. Well, it was based on a lot of guys. I used to work at a liquor store here in Detroit, and every weekend these guys would come in who worked at this local butcher shop. You know, they'd wear the smocks, but they would be bloody, and I would think, these guys could never, how could they possibly have girlfriends? But on the weekend, this one guy in particular would come in, and he would always order a bottle of Cavassier. And then I saw him once on the weekend, and he had like a really cool 1979 like Nissan, you know, Dart or something. But he had a lot of girlfriends. But yeah, and so that was part of the basis of like the character when I started doing it. Was like I based it on the idea that there's these guys who, no matter what obstacle they have in front of them, they will, excuse me, Judge, get laid. So, I said it in front of the judge.
Listen, Tim traveled a great distance in between gigs just to come in here, and I think if I have to dissect that 9-page email that I sent him begging him, it was probably the word Detroit and Damon J. Keith that drew him in, and I think it's very kind of him to have traveled all this way back to his old town, and just the delays and everything he dealt with. Please say thank you to the great Tim Meadows for joining us.
Thank you, guys.